Boo. Hello everybody, I hope you can hear me. Just checking. Yeah, I can hear myself. That's awesome. How are you? Welcome. It's Wednesday. This is the last opportunity I've got to stream anything before the weekend because I'm going away. I'm going away, folks. So I thought, now, my very good friend Ninja Guy said, Rock, I want you to stream this game. These guys are really passionate about their game and they're so hyped that it's coming to Stadia. So can you stream it and I will promote it. So I am streaming it. Here we go. Now, I haven't played this. I knew nothing about this at all. I've got the super spooky lighting going down here. I mean, it's, you know, what do you guys want? It's all going down. Let me just double check that I am. I mean, it's, you know. Yes, you've got audio. That's good. I wasn't hearing myself, but I am now, so that's all good. It's a little bit of a scat man there for Primo, because I know he loves to hear my scat work. He's the scat man. Just checking everything out here. Gain's a bit low. Let's push that up. There we go. That's better. Get some volume. Now we're working. Now we're working it, folks. Thank you for joining. And don't forget, in the old time honoured way, hit the like and subscribe if you're new and all the rest of that stuff. David, how are you, my friend? Mugen Live. Good to see you guys. Thanks for popping in, showing a little bit of support on this this Wednesday. Middle of the week. Middle of the week horror. Now, I'm not, I don't get spooked by films or books or video games. They just don't, because ultimately it's all fiction and I'm a little bit long in the tooth to let that kind of stuff get to me. However, I am fully open to the prospect, and actually I keep saying this, the one game that did make me jump was the Blair Witch game. That was a spooky old thing, that was. So let's get on with it, shall we? Hope you guys are well and having a good week. Let me know, as always, if I'm too loud, too quiet, obnoxious. You know how it works. Play for an hour. So we have exactly 60 minutes to get it on. And I don't know why. Do you know what? I just decided to go off and see if I could hide my taskbar. And why would I do that? Why would I do that while you guys are waiting to see a stream? Let's turn it off. There we go. That's better. I'll tell you why. Because I wanted to see the duration down the bottom of OBS. So I got there in the end. Got me trusty foundation on my face. I'm a trusty founder, which is what I meant to say. Thank you, David. Appreciate that, my friend. David's not one for jumpy games usually, but he's seen the effort behind this game in the community. Yeah, there's been a lot of effort behind this game in the community, hasn't there, my friend? We do have chat here. You may be able to see it. I think I'll see if I can grab that and pull it down. There we go. Have a little bit of chat over the top of my head. I tell you what, David, we'll pop you over there. There you go. I wouldn't mind colouring that window, but it'll do there. There we go. So we've got you in. Thank you very much. Let's do it. Let's press play. Hopefully the audio will come through. It's a tall order, isn't it, putting a horror game together, because it's a bit like doing a comedy game. It's such a subjective thing. Geek, how are you? Geek, look at that, man. We've got new members badges. It's all on brand now. How cool is that? You've got one. And I'm waiting for the first person to say, what the hell is that red thing next to you there? But for now, it'll do. Oh, I can hear thunder. I hear thunder. Oh, Rudy, how are you? I loved seeing you on Anthony last night. Really good, man. You held your own. You did really well. It's a great show. Absolutely. Good to see you. The following is a technical demonstration intended to convey the fidelity and tone for Outbreak shades of horror. It is not representative of the final game. So it's a playable teaser, an hour's worth of a playable teaser nonetheless, which is pretty darn cool. No, it was good. I enjoyed it. Squids! Big clap for the squids. lurking on my lunch break, and it was lightning over here today. Oh no, you got storms and stuff, mate, have you? It's all you need, isn't it? Nobody wants that. Oh, just notice, look at that. I'm covering my logo with my super duper chats. Take it down, get it out. We'll pop it above my head. I don't mind if my head gets covered. No, we'll put it down above. We'll put it down there, just above. It's kind of a work in progress, that little layout of chat. I sort of keep meaning to put a little coloured box behind it. So like a little semi-transparent coloured box, you know, the kind of thing. You know, like a little black box. What do you mean you don't know what I mean? So just as a sort of an example, that's what we call a white box there. You see that? That's a white box. And I'm literally talking to myself here. And what we do is we'll shrink that down to about there, right? I'm just doing it because I'm in the mood to do stuff. And we can see the box behind, so we shrink it down to about there. And then we pop it behind the chat window, right? And then we add a little filter. And that filter is going to be, can you guess? Yes, a color correction filter. That's right, well done. All my properties have gone. I noticed this just now. I wanted to do a little scroll. And all the properties have disappeared, which is really odd. Maybe I need to reinstall. We can't leave you with a flipping great black box in OBS. That's no good to man the beast. But without being able to adjust it in the filters, I'll take it out. Don't worry. Right. Already exist. Good to see. Watch the trailer. It looks cool. Oh, awesome. Great. Well, you can experience it with me as well, because I haven't even seen the trailer. Rudig says, I had some troubles, notably. Best of luck. There are 9 alternative endings to unlock. Winstar, how are you, my friend? Good to see you too. 9 alternative endings? Well, we may get to 1. Right. Noise is up. Controllers in hand. I've got my cup of decaf, there we are, with coconut milk. Here you go, see, I'm living the proper life. Dead Drop Studios, let's do this. It is controller, isn't it? Let me just make sure I'm... Oh, I know, I need to unplug and plug back in. It's a weirdness with Windows.
Outbreak.
Oh. English, but before we go to English, it's incredibly loud in my ears. Not your fault. I'm not blaming you, but I do need to cut back. There it is. Oh no, where is it? Where's me audio? There it is. Right, good. You can't see that. That's excellent. And what I need to do is turn the game right down. So I'll go on the stream out. There we are. That's brilliant. Chef's kiss. Coconut milk. Classy. I know. Well, you know, it's great because A, it's not dairy. So it's doing my bit for the, for the world. And the other bit is it tastes lovely with coffee. Let's get back in. Right, I've turned it down a bit because that was hideously... Oh no, I've chosen some other language. Oh no. Must be controller. It's all gone horribly wrong. Got it back. What language have I chosen? It looks like Spanish. There we go. Awesome. Right, we'll select that one. Next. Jeff! We've got Jeff in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Stadians. Eh? That was good, wasn't it? That was my little Canadian. Don't take offence. I'm not mean to offend. Options. Let's have a little looky-poos. We've got some sensitivity. Oh, ultra shadows. Music is enabled. Am I going to get slapped for a copyright there? Vibration is enabled. This is all good. And let's just do it. Start. Right, okay. Select your difficulty. Oh, there's only 2 modes. I can't do hard. I don't know the game yet. Hard mode reduces item visibility. I will go with easy. You've only got an hour.
The city was beautiful.
I'm sorry, Jeff. And Jeff, I know you streamed this the other day as well. I know. I watched a fair chunk of it.
The dead are everywhere.
The dead are everywhere.
Fills the air. I'd give anything to spend long and grueling days at the hospital again.
No, you
Hours
wouldn't.
of time were spent in the ER.
I used to love ER. That was a great series. Do you still like ER? That was really good.
The day the building was run over, I drove like hell to get out of it.
Jeff, nobody sees the dislikes. It's okay. I don't even look at them myself anymore. I've been so mentally happier since I turned off the option to see dislikes. And then I think YouTube did it, didn't they?
But for the living.
Do we have to press next? Let's do next. We haven't got masses of time. We've only got an hour. Flipping great cursor. Look at that mouse right in the middle of the screen. Why doesn't it hide the mouse? It's not the game's fault. I've noticed this of late with everything on the PC. Right. Here we go. Splashes of blood. Ooh. But you know what? When Resident Evil Village launched, I streamed 3 hours of the countdown because they had like a big countdown to the game. And I streamed the countdown for 3 hours, and to this day it's still one of my most watched videos. It's just a clock. Right, concentrate, Rock. We've got the car's wrecked. I won't be able to use it to escape. That's fair. It is. We've got a 0.1% infection, so we're infected, and it's getting higher fairly rapidly. We've got a flashlight and a notebook. So nice POV, I would say. It's got quite a nice little frame rate going down here.
The mark of the beast.
Biohazard exposure. Oh no, look, we just went up 6%. Read the survivor's note. September 19th, 1999. The city is spiraling out of control. The police have been trying to lock down block by block through barricades, but it's just not keeping them out. Those monstrous freaks are everywhere. I left with Lauren and Tom after the evacuation broadcast, but we couldn't get far at all. We thought we'd be fine with all the emergency services out on the streets, but that was just a false hope. Right, bit of a story there. Question is, if we're up to 6.2%, every time we come across a body, we go up. That's not good, is it? The old police car, look, that's still doing its thing. I like the perspective. They've got the, how can I put this? The lens diameter, smash it with a blunt tool, is about, I would say about 50 mil, which is not far off proper human eyesight, so it has a more realistic look to it. If that makes any sense, it kind of does to me. Dre's been a member for 16 months. He is an awesome man. I've decided, Dre, every time somebody gets a big old mention from the membership fairies, that I shall sing you a song. I've noticed that Primo likes my singing, so I think it's only fair. And thank you so much, my friend. 16 months is phenomenal. And look at you. You have got one of the brand new membership icons with a big gold star. If you get to 12 months, you get a white star. I think it's 12 months, might be 6 months. And then once you get to, 6 months is a white star, 12 months is a gold star. So you, my friend, you are one of very few people that possess a gold star. You awesome, awesome chap. Now I've got to find a blunt tool. I'm up to 14%. I'm guessing when we get to 100%, we're out of here. And deadly destroy with explosives. Right, let's have a look in the back of a truck. It's actually a bin lorry, isn't it? I don't know. Can we climb up on stuff? Can we explore vehicles? No. Can we look in? Oh, here we got something. Look, interact with the screwdriver case. Yeah, I don't think we are going to be able to interact with the screwdriver case. It's chained shut. I'll need some. This game is not demanding, is it? What's it asked for so far? Explosives, a hammer, screwdriver case, bolt cutters. Press A. I am pressing A. I'll press every button for you, Jeff, because you press my buttons, my friend. What's the aim here? I don't know, David. I'm just looking at it first time like you are, my friend. You're killing me. Press A on the box. Oh, right, I see. Hang on. It didn't say press A, look. Oh, it's a small police lockbox. Looks like I need a 4-digit combination to unlock it. Right, so let's go back to the police car. Thank you, Jeffrey. Let's go back to the police car and see if Plod has left something on the front seat or in his windscreen or something. How about 911? Do you reckon that would do it? I think that would be too easy. Is that a member of the law? The law? Reduce infection with a blue thing. Yeah, he did. It worked. He doesn't look like a copper. What about 24930 on his number plate? That's 24930. Code is 6661 for the bot. How did you find that out then, Jeff? Where did you see that? I mean, I'm all for you helping me, mate, but 24930, I reckon it is. I reckon you're having me along. Is this game about usual weekend in UK? Is this game about usual weekend in UK? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, but not where I live. I live in a very posh area, but certainly where Holtz and Pedder live, this is exactly what you'd expect to see at a weekend in the UK. Yeah, but Jeff, look, mate, 24930. You reckoning it's 6661? Okay. Let's go back. I'll put in 6. I'll put it in. Oh, I see. So I've got to go up to one of them. One of them. Oh, yeah, look, Jeff's right. He's right. He's flipping right, folks. Yes, Jeff is the man. Right, let's get, what was it? What was screwdrivering? Where do we need to use a screwdriver? Was it, or is it just a blunt instrument? Is this a blunt? Would we classify this as a smash with a blunt tool? No. Destroy with an explosive. Jeff, what do I do now? Now I've got my screwdriver. I like that. What I do like is that you're under time pressure. That's pretty cool. Because normally I would just be taking my sweet time, looking around the place, not doing a huge amount. But, you know, you're running out of time here. Your little heart's beating. Rudig says, another thing this game needs is a compass, as it tells you... yes. Good shout. I see you've already played it, my friend. Oh, we're through the north gate.
What the hell is going on here?
I know, this will take some of our infection down. Oh, look at that. We got back to 0. What we got here? Pick up the magazine. That would be, I'm assuming, a magazine for a gun as opposed to... Here we go. Grenade rounds. Now, do we use grenade rounds as explosives on that thing that said use explosives, or do we really want to keep a hold of those? Plants, healing, zombie infection, Resident Evil much. Yeah, we did say this, didn't we, on Stadia Rokk Show, that there is a definite element of the Resident Evil. But you know what? A chap that used to work for me many years ago, who I miss dearly, a fellow called Giles, who he really was an inspiration. But he always used to say to me, there is no such thing as original. Everything is built on an idea that you will have picked up from somewhere, even if it's subliminal. And he's right, you know. So I think it's fair to homage a game that's come before. No doubt Resident Evil based some of its ideas in other games. Everything evolves. It all comes from that very original Doom 3D. Oh, Jeff, come on, man. Don't be like that. Oh, Clive's in the house with his gold star. Look at him. We all only had an hour. Oh, what's he like? Huh? Flip me. Mate, did you stream it when you did it for an hour, Clive? Do you mind me asking? Did you stream it? You see, if I wasn't trying to ride a bike, juggle balls, and cook an egg, I too would be able to get it done in an hour. It looks like they've been dead for a bit. Maybe a little. I'll get there, don't worry. I'm just, I've got to try and stay entertaining, informative, and educational at the same time as playing a game. It's not that easy. I didn't watch, Clive, no. I don't want to. Mate, listen, it was good enough that you put me on to Valiant Hearts, which I'm really enjoying, by the way. I'm on the last run on that one. But if I was to watch everything you did, I wouldn't have time. Here we go, got another one. Woohoo! What's this guy got here? He's got another magazine, so at some point we've got to be picking up a gun. Launcher ordnance. Somebody's heavily breathing. Vet! Thank you for joining, my friend. You have a white star. That means you've been with me for a good 6 months at least. That's awesome. These are my new members icons that went up today, folks. It's good. I can now finally see who's been hanging around for a bit. Bless you all. You lovely folk. Terry and Gilliam, I hope you're still alive, and I really hope you're the ones reading this right now. Lucked out there, mate. We sent Tim back to the station to get some heavy explosives to clear out those metal boxes that are blocking a lot of the passageways, but all he could find was a single T-8102 grenade launcher and about 50 shells for the damn thing. But it's fine, because one of the techs with us was able to supercharge those rounds. Awesome. There's a next. He took all the explosives out of the shells and quadrupled the blast power by remaking the shells with a lot of extra gunpowder. The plus side is that these grenades will cause one hell of a bang. The downside is now we only have a few rounds to use, but it should be enough to get these boxes out of the way. Just remember, those metal crates contain special liquid chemicals that will detonate due to explosives. The cases are reinforced enough that a gun or axe won't have any effect, but an explosive is going to send them sky high. So make sure you're standing far away from them when you try to detonate them, or you'll just be a pile of ash. Works for me, is called Ash. The combo code for the safe just uses our typical password system. It's ABAD. A is 1, B is 4, C is 2, and so on and so forth. So potentially D is 5, I guess, and E would be 3. It's an easy pattern, but ensures that nobody but us can get into those cases. Abad. Good luck out there. Try to clear that debris and get the hell out of this city. We can't hold back the infected anymore. It's every man for themselves. Well, that was pretty cool. So, we've got grenades. We picked them up. That was the little rocket launcher ordnance. We've got another one of these things. I might leave that there for a bit and build up some infection before wasting it. Stuff in a car. Pick up the magazine. Lots of those magazines. The door open. Rudig's Rokk Show. So I clicked the link to see what membership is, noob. But your link in the chat doesn't go anywhere. Just a note, my link in the chat doesn't go anywhere. Do I have a link in the chat? I mean, that's all to do with YouTube, I think. But it's very cheap, by the way. It starts at a very paltry $1.99, which is bargain bucket stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have a link in the chat? Is right. Cut and paste error. Yeah, but are we talking chat? Because this is the chat, right? Or are we talking in the description? The description. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's all right. Just hit the join button that's built into the page. It says exactly the same thing. What it is, I think, is that the end of the link got cut out at some point. I'll fix it, though. I appreciate that. Just to let you know, that's a minor thing. I'll let you into a little business secret. I lost a £20,000 job yesterday because somebody found a couple of typos on my website. Well, I wasn't happy. Not so much that there were a couple of typos, but that this was some anal idiot that was prepared to chuck away working with my awesome team for the sake of being pedantic. And my attitude was, well, sorry to hear that, but maybe we weren't really meant to work together. And that's how I got over that one. 20,000 for a couple of typos. Hey-ho. Fire Chief's memo. Attention all crews. I'm going to be spending ages just reading these damn things. As per the emergency declaration from Mayor McBride, we're deploying all engines to assist with mitigating the riots affecting most of the city. Police Chief Metals has assured us that his... Yeah, blah, blah. There's nothing in that one, is there? Maybe there is at the end of it, but we ain't got time to find out. Oh, me toddle. So I've got grenades. That's a thing. And... Search carefully to find all of the clues. Once discovered, they'll be available in all the future playthroughs. So, okay, so it's kind of a roguelite thing, is it, going on? Yay, Rudix! Oh, man, thanks for joining. Bless you, dude. Wow. Now, a big thing should have come up on my screen going, yay, fireworks and stuff, but I don't know why it didn't happen. Let's blame that on my same crappy fingers. Oh, bless you, dude. You were worth that 20k. That's all I'm going to say. Jeff says, evening, file, evening says, Stuart, hello, my good mate. Find the box in the police car. The box. Stu, how are you, dude? Hope you're keeping well, man. Thanks for popping in. It's a real treat to have you in the hoose. In the hoose. See, Stu, it's a shame, mate, because you are a Patreon member, you don't get to have the little avatar when you pop in. It really annoys me that that's the thing. I wish I could give you one. But in a nice way. Let's just assume that you've got a beautiful little rock logo over the top of your name there. Because you deserve it, my friend. Right, where's this flipping box? Oh, what's the code, Jeff? Come on, man, give us it. Oh, it's Addad or whatever it was, wasn't it? Flip me, I've forgotten it already. Adabad or Abadad or something. Where was it? I'm just stepping over all these idiots. 2236. Cheers, my man. See, Jeff's my friend. Us older fellas stick together, don't we, mate? That's what we do. 2, 2, 3, 6. Awesome. Yes, pick up the handgun. Oh, thanks, mate. Brilliant. We've got a piece of arsenal. Arsenal. Oh, there's no way out of this other than stepping on them. Now, where's that blue plant that I left for future attention? Yeah, like you say, we could really do with, oh, there it is, with some kind of a compass or something. Now we've got 14% down, which is better than if I'd have eaten it when I was only 1%. Pew pew, ninja. How you doing, my friend? Dedicated to your very good self? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, look, can I shoot them and blow them up? Oh, yeah, but there you go. Wow. Well, how many bullets have we got left? Let's go. What's this? That's just lights, isn't it? That's lights for stuff. There's more of a plant. Well, take it. That's it. Get it down. Good lad. Someone has painted a 6. Well, maybe it's the designation number for the fire truck. Ooh, could be, couldn't it? Good. I'm glad that you're doing good, my friend. Bless you. What time you got over in Canada? 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is it? About 2, 3 p.m. Something like that for you guys. Oh, we did that one, didn't we? We've done the Chief's monologue. Dum 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 dum. 4 p.m. Ooh, yeah. Well, I was trying to add a few. See, I work off the basis that 5 p.m. is midday, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like 3 hours, which is why I was thinking it was. Oh, it's a 8:45. I didn't see the 2:45 bit. So yeah, it's coming up to 3:45 for you, isn't it? I'm trying to get my head into being able to just instantly do the time in all the various zones. Can I go up there? Do I want to go up there? Back here. How do I throw those grenades, or do I not do that yet? And then when I've thrown them, do I shoot them with a bullet? Shoot them with a bullet. It was, there we go, it was one of these things, wasn't it? I don't know how I'm supposed to throw it. How do I throw these things? The launcher is by the helicopter. Rock, Amanda, the wife, says your voice is like velvet. Bob Ross, but without the afro. Let's paint a little mountain here. And we're going to put just a little bit of water there for the waterfall. There we go. That poor guy. Have you seen the Bob Ross documentary that was on Netflix? It may not be there anymore. Absolutely fascinating. He was ripped a new one by a really not very nice husband and wife that sort of acted as his agent and took all his money. And even when he died, they kept hold of the rights to everything.
What else is out here in the cave?
They didn't deserve it, bless him. The funniest thing, though, is my Uncle Johnny. It genuinely exists. He's, I don't know what he is, 90-something, right? And for a big chunk of my life, he'd have the big open shirt and the afro, and he was into painting. And I just thought that was him. And then I discovered Bob Ross. And I realised where the look had come from. Ah, Uncle Johnny. Dear Johnny. Helicopter, said Jeff. So I've got to find a helicopter. I'm not bothering to read those because time and... That's not me coughing. Who's coughing? Is that me coughing? Oh, Rue, that's poetic, my friend. You're absolutely right. It did. It did. It genuinely did. I mean, you know, he's had a few little peccadillos in his time. Those little armoured fellas. But they died just recently. Plenty of blood. But, yeah, he was royally stitched, was young Bob. Reading the notes give insight. I know, I thought they probably did. But I was banking on my good friend, my Commonwealth buddy, Jeff, to give me a few clues, just to make it more fun. And then I'll do the same. Consider it a kind of interactive old gamer new tricks. Interact with the gas canister. Jeff, what's this one, mate? I'll just have a sip of coffee. I'll wait. What, did you write it all down, by the way? How did you remember all these numbers? I bet you did. I bet you got a little notebook. Right, Jeff's otherwise engaged. He's out on his porch, on his rocking chair, doing his little thing, which is... I wouldn't mind having a porch and a rocking chair, actually. Ah, Broadway. Is that an excuse to do songs from the show? Jeff said, not allowed to help. Clive Illen, don't you listen to him, mate. Don't you bother listening to him. He just wishes he had a friend like you, that's all. You got a friend. Can we open the boot? The car is wrecked. Do. Winter, spring, summer and fall. Open. But I can't get in there without a blunt tool. And I haven't seen a helicopter. Let me look around and see. Oh, that fire's causing a little bit of lag. That's not untypical. So what a lot of devs do is they superimpose a video image over the top of something rather than actually have a proper fire effect, because it can really slow down the processor. You can just see it going on there. That's probably to be fixed in the future. Helicopter, where are you? Reggie? What? We've been down here before and we weren't able to throw our grenades. Oh, we've got to get the rocket-powered launcher thing, which Jeff's already told me is where the helicopter is. See, it's all coming together. It's in my head, Jeff. I just need a little bit of time for it to percolate forward. It sounds to me like creatures are coming. You know, like the way sap works its way through a tree, nice and slowly. But you do end up with a beautiful tree. That's me. That's how my brain works. Like the sap in the roots of an old oak tree, gradually making its way to the front of the head, where it actually... Where's these things that are screaming at me? Where's my gun? I used all my bullets. Oh, flip. itchy lip. That's not me coughing. Be right back. I have a work call. We'll be back. Not a problem, my friend. We will wait for you. Dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Oh. What's disconcerting is that cough and flemming up. It's literally with my headphones on. It sounds like it's behind me. And it feels like I've got like a little homeless has come in to join me. A little old homeless friend. The last time I encountered a homeless friend, which wasn't that long ago, it was a couple of weeks ago actually, it was just when the heat waves had started. And I bought him an ice cold bottle of water from the fridge in the local chemist's and said, there you go, my friend, you must keep hydrated. He was really chuffed, bless him. Barclay, greetings to you, my good friend. How are you keeping? Thanks for popping in. Just to warn you, we've still got a bit of time left. We've got just coming up to half an hour, but I've only got 83.45% of infection immunity left. Now, I don't know whether that means we turn into a zombie or the game is over and I have to start again, or what the deal is. But I found my flashlight at last. Now I can see. How long does that last, though? Let's press down some more buttons and see what we find. Geek, I love it when you lurk. Gets me really excited, mate. There's absolutely no problem at all. Little sip of me coconut milk coffee, I think. What a cracking turnout today. Thank you, guys. So the lesson for me is that it helps to promote it. I must admit I'm a bit slack. Nothing wrong with a bit of lurking, dude. That's a category on Pornhub. It's one of my favourites. I'm just kind of blitzing around the screen, keeping you entertained with a few little rockets and rockicisms. And we got a new member. I'm so chuffed. That is such a rare occurrence. Awesome, awesome. And what a lovely fella as well. Really, really nice chap. Mugen Live on Google Stadia, says, Barclay on Stadia, you still have to do Crater. Hop, hop. Hey, there's a 200 and something £1,000 stroke dollar prize on the go, isn't there? I spotted. I mean, wow. Didn't they get bought? They got bought by, tell me, Facebook, didn't they? 16-minute Crater run. Go, go, go. I haven't played Crater since it launched, which is really annoying actually for me, because a few years back I would have been all over that game, just right up my street, building stuff and creating things. I'm going around in circles. I have found no helicopter. Hang on a minute. Where's my countdown gone? I've become a zombie, haven't I? Is this what's going on? I just suddenly thought my countdown, my infection's all gone, and I'm grunting a bit. Oh, I'm coughing a lot, but zombies can cough, can't they? I mean, it's just a reflex. Oh, I'm just admiring your new, your brand new Stadia Rokk Show members badge there, Geek. It's a thing of absolute beauty. I can promise you there's nobody else in the whole wide world that has one, that has a members badge that looks like that, you see. And when people say to you, well, but what is it? You can say, it's actually a cross-section of the Stadia logo. And they go, oh, you're right. I can see it now. And that's how Rokk's always managed to avoid getting stung for copyright. And Rokk goes, yeah, man. As a sip of coffee, feels good about it. That's not actually the case. They could still come after me. Did you guys... Okay, come on, hands up. I want to see a show of hands for all of you long-term Stadia fans who have never realised that the S of the Stadia is actually the 3 bars of the Wi-Fi symbol rejigged to make an S. Come on, show of hands, who's not realised that before? Because I reckon quite a few people have never spotted that. Right, where's this? Jeff, come back, man. There, see, geek, I knew it. I knew that would be the case. There, see, now you're all... Aha, Rock, we never noticed that. It's true. If you take the 3 bits, you can see it at the top there, Lacey. Break them up and put them one over the top of each other. They are ever shrinking bits of a circle to make the Wi-Fi symbol. When I first realised that, many moons ago, I thought, flip me, that is genius. Because it's right in front of you. It's right there. Once you know it's there, you don't ever not see it. But it's so flipping subtle that most people don't notice it. So whoever designed that, I take my hat off to you, my friend, because that is pure genius, in my estimation. Hip, no. It's all right. I'm turning into this zombie in real life. How you going there? Is that something Google said? No, it is true. Don't go trying to wind back my facts. It has been said officially, I can assure you. But I did spot it before it was technically. Google it. Just Google it. What does the Stadia S mean? And you will see plenty of folk telling you that it is the Wi-Fi symbol. Just think about it. Take the different parts, just slice them out and rotate them, and you've got the Wi-Fi symbol. It's exactly what it is. Hang on. I am turning into a zombie. How much time we got left for me just wandering around? 22 minutes. Right. Clive's not going to give me any clues, because that's Clive. And Jeff's not around, so I'm going to have to figure it out for myself. What we know is that we became a zombie. However, it's also possible that you're meant to become a zombie. Because I quite like the juxtaposition of becoming a zombie. Can I smash anything up? The torch still works, and I'm clever enough to know how to use it. I could just see you all now Googling. Is the S in the Stadia logo representative of the universal symbol for Wi-Fi? And then there'll be all these references from this guy called Rock. No, it's true. It's perfectly true. Very neatly done. Where's this helicopter? Jeff gave me such a massive clue, but I have a feeling that I'm now into ending number 7, which is you die as a zombie, unable to solve any clues and running out of your 60 minutes of time. That's going to be the thing. Stu, are you still here, by the way, or have you gone off to do some painting? If you grabbed your easel and your afro, and are you doing the full-on Bob Ross thing with the missus? I just want to know, just so I can get the picture. Funny you should bring up the whole Bob Ross thing, actually. And this had also crossed my mind just before I went live. I, as some of you know, have not an unaccomplished artist in the past. And I was thinking of doing one day, of getting my second camera over the top and actually doing some live artwork under camera and live. But I don't know how it'd go down. I think a few folk might like it. Depends what I was. I'm more of a drawing sort of illustrator kind of guy than a painter. But it wouldn't be a digital painting. It wouldn't be, you know, I always think that it's easy to undo and erase with that stuff. I prefer to use proper medium. But the thing is this, I haven't really done anything for years, so you'd have to bear with me if I did do it. But I just thought, for a change, one day, I might just grab a big old pad and a pencil and I don't know what I would do. David's up for that. He's got given a big old hands up for that one. Thank you, David. I can't promise it will be any good, but it won't be bad. Yeah, I mean, you'll find better, but it's a little string to the old bowette. Dee 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 dee. This is going to go down in the annals of history as probably the worst stream of this particular game ever. I can't. I died. I became a zombie, and then I don't know whether all the rest of the stuff has a meaning anymore. I just don't know. And Jeff's left us. He's gone off to do a bit of wheeling and dealing somewhere out in the Canadian wilderness. And he's out flipping cars or flipping burgers, whichever he does. Nothing in that car. My gun's gone. My thing. My everything's gone. So even my throat, which for some reason is, I think it's this dude coughing. It's like psychosomatic. You know when somebody yawns and you can't help but yawn yourself? That's like, he's coughing in my ears and it's making me, I'm kind of wanting to cough for him. Even though the dude is me, I think. Been here, done that. Been here, done that. Looked up. Oh wow, I didn't realise it went up that high. Struth. The other thing I've got to look at actually is this new roguelite that's come out for, what's it called? Valhalla. Rue says, I can't help you as you got further than me. Oh, right. No, seriously, mate, I didn't, did I? I don't believe you. It is the power of suggestion. You're absolutely right. You see, Jeff must have done well because he said you've got the rocket launchers where the helicopter is. Unless he was just stringing us along. He did disappear shortly after saying that. Yeah, I reckon Clive sent him a DM. Throw him off, mate. Tell him he's got to look for a helicopter. We can laugh in the background as he goes around and around in circles. You don't realise Clive's got a nasty streak to him. I know I did the whole Stars of Stadia with Clive, but that was the second take. The first take was when he told me all about his life running around the streets of London as a part of Sherlock Holmes's boys clan thing. When they were, doing stuff for Sherlock. He was, as well as having a heroin addiction, old Sherlock liked boys doing things for him. You didn't know that, did you? Something else you picked up tonight. I can't substantiate that one though. That one is potentially fictional. So come on in, who Googled the logo and found that I was absolutely right? Come on. There were some dissenting voices in the chat there. Yeah, come on, you know it. You can see it anyway. You don't need to prove it. It's obvious. Once it's pointed out, it's like, yes. And, of course, that's Wi-Fi, cloud, and all the other stuff. Which is cool because everybody, don't they? When they do, when they think about cloud, they do the obvious. They create a cloud icon, right? But so I love the fact that Stadia went in it didn't even do something that was gaming related. It completely went off the wall on it and went, well, you need your network, don't you? A lot of people are going to be using Wi-Fi. David says, would love to see a rock sketching stream. Would you just be doodling and chatting or set out with a picture? I think I would set out with a picture. And it's going to be one or two things, I think, mate. It's either going to be literally like an illustration. So I might just, grab a picture of Thor or something and do a rendition. Or I might find a picture of maybe an animal or something and do a really nice painting or a coloured illustration over a few days. Pick it up that way. Of course, it would have me chit-chatting as well. That would be the thing. But it would be a new experience for me, as well as obviously for the channel, because I haven't. I've had writer's block for my artwork for years. I literally don't do it very often. I can show you some of my stuff if you want to see it when our hours run out. Purple Haze! Oh, now we do have royalty in the chat. Bless you. I am learning how to get out of a stuck situation in a game just watching you. Unfortunately, I'm sure the tactic is... No, the truth is, watching me will not get you out of a stuck situation, Purple. And in truth, I think I've gone beyond the point in the game that you're supposed to actually do anything. And it's all closed to me now. I'm a zombie. But I got through a few of these areas in the hour. Of course, you can only play the once, can't you? The once. What I do like, though, is that these guys have that they are one. I think there may be one other. The only other one, actually, was Resident Evil, I think, where it was very deliberately set within a set time. And you could achieve what you could achieve, but you had to do it. You had to really work it out or go in prepared. And I like what these guys have done, because they've done the same thing. They've said, all right, we'll give you an hour, but you genuinely have an hour to get this thing done. And if you don't do it right, you ain't going to achieve anything. And it's just literally something they've put together as a trial. I think that's awesome. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's useful. So this actual trial, we could... Because I don't think that's been any of them so far, has it? That you've been able to do that? But that would be cool. And then what I would do is I would sneakily have a crack at it when I'm not talking. Because I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. Yeah, so got to be doing that. So there you go, David. That would be the plan. You know, it would be... I wouldn't make a big thing of it. It wouldn't be a big promotional thing. Come and watch Rokk do a painting or whatever. Because it's been a long time, and I would have to get my head back into it and decide what medium I'd use and so on. But it probably would be something like coloured pencils. It probably wouldn't be paints per se, because I'd have to get properly set up and everything. But, you know... Let's see what we've got going on. We've got 11 minutes. I don't think there is a helicopter. I think Jeff threw that at us just so that they could laugh at me wandering around aimlessly without an ability to now do anything. You can't do anything because having got full infection, we can't use weapons and stuff. He's a fairly intelligent zombie, though. I've got to give him that much. Dead drop of Twitter. That would be good. That would be good if you can go back and do it again. It's clever. I don't love this kind of stuff that Stadia does, you know. Just imagine if we had had a roadmap. I mean, apart from anything else, you know, it's rare for companies to stick to roadmaps because you don't always know what you don't always know in this game. Geek, good to see you back, my friend. I could tell you weren't lurking. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. And by just dropping these little surprises like this, it just, you know, it gives us something to look forward to. You never know when you're going to get a little surprise in the Stadia community, which is how it should be in my book. Oh no. There's something making noise behind me. What does that do anyway? What does the green plant do? Did we establish? We know the blue one kind of took away some of your infection. What did we find the green one did? Did we discover that, or was it never a thing? We've been down here, haven't we, a million times? Yes. Let's read. Oh, we can't even read these things anymore. We've literally blown it. We can do nothing now but walk around. It's clever, though. I mean, it is clever. And I do like the whole 3D first person. The perspective's cool. The camera that's chosen, the lens that the guy or the gals have chosen is really good. It's about correct for normal human eyesight, so it feels like you're in the place. I'm sure that if we'd solved a few more of the puzzles within the time limit we had, we'd have discovered even more. Maybe some walking zombie-like fellas. Isn't it funny how zombies are like the de facto monster these days, pretty much? But I can't get enough of them. I love zombies. And I think there's a new I think the next part of the Walking Dead season's coming up shortly as well, isn't it? Talking of zombies. The only thing is, there have been so many recently been some really good shows on the CGI front that the Walking Dead's starting to look a little bit, like a night out on Halloween. You know, with the folks down your road slapping on a mask. It's another one of those. That would have been a magazine for the gun if we weren't blown apart. So there you go. I mean, we've still got 8 minutes to go. Yeah, vampires. Did you see that? I think it's called First Kiss or First Bite, which was a kind of a Netflix attempt at young lady vampires that got cancelled. I never saw it, so probably it was probably because a lot of people didn't see it that it got cancelled. But there have been some great shows over the years that have been cancelled and then never to be seen again. And then there have been some really dire ones that seem to go on forever. Kardashians! What is it with Love Island? Now look, hands up here. Never seen it. Not really my demographic, right? But, oh, really? Really? Having said all that, I have not. It was on my list to watch. Oh, was it? Ah, yeah, see, I think this is the problem. It's never used to be as big of a thing. You hate Love Island. Yeah, David, what's that all about, my friend? Huh? What is that all about? All that's going on in the world, and that stuff steals the headlines. Having said all that, I did notice the other day, or yesterday even, that Big Brother may be making a comeback. Now, you see, when Big Brother started, Endemol, John...
Something I found on the web.
Oh, thanks, Alexa.
According to Wikipedia.org,
Yeah.
Big Brother officially started on the 10th of May 2020.
That's right. It was way before then. What are you talking about? Actually, do you know what? It probably was about... Thanks, Alexa, by the way. It probably was about 2020. Because I remember it started when my eldest was born. And it was around there. And, yes, because I remember watching it, bless her, feeding her when she was a little tiddly toddler. And I used to like it. But then back then, I was the sort of age group that gets into that stuff. And also, it was more innocent when it started. By the time Channel 5 got hold of it, they turned it into a bunch of old wannabe models and Love Island-y-like people. Sorry for everybody who's outside the UK. I know Big Brother's kind of universal, but my apologies if I do mention it and you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. But I'll tell you if you ask. So, Rudy, how do I pronounce this? I noticed, because up until watching Anthony last night, I was saying Ruddigs, but he said Rudigs, which kind of made more sense to me. So hopefully I've got that right, because I hate mispronouncing people's names. My trial ends in 5 minutes, folks. So Rudig's wife loves Love Island. I loved your wedding photos, by the way, which and I wasn't snooping or stalking. They were on your Twitter channel with your compatriot, and they look really sweet. And now people from Love Island compete on MTV Paramount's Challenge, which is an entertaining show if you haven't seen it. Oh, right. But then this is the thing, they become Z-listers, don't they? And they actually make a small fortune appearing on all these other shows. Some of them in the UK that have been on sort of Big Brother and other things have gone on to have massive careers. Huge. Some of them have died and, kind of the whole thing really contributed to their demise. It's a funny old thing, fame, isn't it? It's that moth to a flame syndrome. And some people, they bask in the light and others burn up in flames. There you go. Yep, David says, yeah, my partner loves it too, but I do not have the patience for it, nor her talking about it. You tell her, David. Put your feet down, my friend. She should put it all down, get rid of it, and have an intellectual conversation about geopolitics. Is Pelosi's trip to Taiwan likely to destabilize the geopolitical commercial framework and infrastructure of the world as we know it? Those are the kinds of conversations, not why is that footballer's son in Love Island and all that stuff. Exactly. 3 minutes left, and but I have no intention of closing the stream down just because the game kicks me out. This is a technical example of what we can look forward to. Of course, in the proper Stadia community way, we will continue to encourage the game's development and any other indie developers, indeed, that want to come here. Saw a really sad thread. I'm looking really Hammer House of Horror now. Look at me. I saw a really sad thread on Twitter earlier. It was the devs behind Calico. Did you guys see this? It was such a shame. It's a really innocent little game. It's not in any way, shape or form pretentious. It's a simple Sims-like game for people that are either very young or just want that kind of escapism. And apparently they got absolutely some really nasty downvotes and bad reviews on Xbox and stuff. And some really horrible things were said according to the developers. They complained to Xbox and have had a lot of it taken out. But what is it with people? Well, I mean, I kind of know the kind of people that would do that kind of stuff. And sadly, it must have been that it was during the ad breaks on Fox, because that's all I can think. Bad taste from those reviewers. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I had fun on my first look at Calico. So did I. I grabbed a dog and renamed him. I didn't know you could rename the animals. I love putting them on your head. Just walking around with a dog on your head. Everybody should try that once in their life, shouldn't they? I reckon. Walk around with a great Saint Bernard, as they say in the States, on your shoulders. I think that's got to be good. Right, 1 minute and 5 seconds, and then you will... Oh, I wonder if anything happens. It's like more explosions and stuff as we get closer to the end. Does it just say, massive fail, you Egypt? And then kicks you out, probably. A hound hat. You got it, David. That's exactly it. Everybody should have a live hound hat. Biohazard exposure. I want to expose myself. See if it hurries up our death. 30 seconds to our inevitable demise. It's going to happen. Oh, that's 666. Ah, that's where he got it from. 666. That was the number on the bus. Do you remember Jeff gave us the code for the thingy bob over here, and it was 661, I think. So he got the 666 from the bus, and I'm guessing there must have been something else around the... Oh, it's dark in here. Try other games. I didn't know if you wanted me to very quickly show you some of my artwork. Just, I've got like a little second camera and stuff. It wouldn't take me long to set it up. Or, and I want you to be honest, we can play something else. I was going to have a looky at the new DLC for Valhalla. Oh, Rue wants to see it. Okay. If I can get 2 more votes, I will do it. I'll go through the effort of grabbing it and stuff and coming back It's literally only behind me, but I just need to set the camera up and get lights on and things. So artwork, Crow's saying artwork. We need one more. I think David would definitely say yes. He's literally running across the room now. There we go. I'll have a gander. There we are. He wants a goosey. All right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put you on my back soon, as long as you promise you don't go away and leave me on my own, because that will be rude. I'll put you on my old back soon, and I'll be literally 2 minutes. It won't take me long. I'll get the camera set up. Excuse me. And I'll go and grab my portfolio, and I'll just show you some stuff. I might hold the camera so we've got it around the right way. Just flick you through some very, very old illustrations that I did when I was even younger than you, actually, David, most of it. Because that's kind of when I was my arty heyday, and I just haven't done it in recent years, because of A, writer's block, and B, because you sort of don't want to do rubbish stuff and have people go, I thought you were good at this. Which is why if I do a stream with some artwork, it's actually a massive thing for me, because it's almost like facing my demons, if that makes sense. So, right, okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to hit the old back soon. I haven't looked at this, so hopefully it's not got anything in it that's inappropriate to this channel. And I'll get that set up. I'll be right back. 2 moments. Bum, 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 bum. Right, I'm back. Here I am. I'm hiding. Hang on. Where am I? Where am I? Over there. Here I am. Over here. Take studio mode off. Hello, folks. I'm back. Here we are. Right. So these are some of my. I mean, I shall show you them up to the camera. Here we go. So that's a pencil. There you go. It's a guy called Jesse Owens who won. He was at the 1939 Olympics, and it upset Hitler because he was an American runner and he won his race. And Hitler, as we know, was very much friend of all ethnic races. Now, just to put that into perspective, 1983. So. 1983, there you go, just put that back on there. I would have been, Christ, I was 77, I was about 14 years old, there you go. There are all sorts of different, some of them are really good, some of them ain't so good. There's a little bit of an airbrush for a card. That was probably a self-portrait, didn't work out so well. I did some, if you guys can see this was a model truck that I painted for somebody. So I'll try and get in as close as I can so you can see the detail. So this was all hand painted and airbrush stuff. Nothing really. So historical heroes, I guess, David, was the thing. When I was young, there was a series on TV called Roots, and it deeply affected me. It was about slavery. And I read the book as well by Alex Haley. I was about 10, I think. And really, I guess, it sparked a lifelong, not interest, that's not the right word, but sympathy for how black people, especially in the States, have been treated. And when for instance of Jesse Owens, when they kind of get one over, it always fascinated me. So there's another little piece of that, so you can see it's a Spitfire. It wasn't a massive truck. I mean, it's probably about the size it was a remote control car, and the guy wanted me to paint it, so I did. Yeah, Roots, absolutely superb. It's a, what would you call it? It's a cutout, so it's like a metal knife cutting into the blackboard. Some more stuff, another self-portrait of me when I was that age. There we are. Lots of sci-fi stuff. Always been massively into sci-fi. So there's none of this has been properly mounted or looked after. But again, it would have been about 15, something like that, when I did that one. I think this horse was just a quick sketch. It was actually an ornament on my mum's mantelpiece. It's a quite a decent one there, I think. Not too bad. So yeah, when I was saying, where was I? I was on Williams Retro Show, and I said that I used to do artwork for computer game covers and CD inlays and things like that. And this was one of those. So it's a bit massive, but I can't even remember what the game was now. So that the artwork would go off to actually on the back. You can see an early sketch version of that when I was working it up. So that would go off to the production house, and that would have found its way into onto artwork. This one is probably too big to show you in all of its huge size, but you get the feeling for it. It's a sort of apocalyptic battle scene going on there. In 1985, there you go. So I was about 17, 18 then, I think. Another of a similar kind of thing. Do you post these? No, I don't, David. These only get shown very rarely, and truthfully, it is. It's just stuff that. This is just a collection of stuff that I didn't throw away or somebody else didn't get over the years. This was a girlfriend of mine, but don't tell the wife. I'll just put that one down there. Another cassette cover. Fun Fair Adventure. Now, I was really chuffed because 1985, I I actually found, I did a little bit of Googling and I found somebody had that artwork in, they were doing, I was writing about games and stuff. So it literally existed. There's another one, Insanity going on there. Oh yes, Judge Dredd, or a piece from a Judge Dredd, Judge Death. I used to be massively into 2018. American history has always been a massive passion of mine. So obviously there we have a Native American. This is, I think I actually put it down here, Calamity Jane. There you go, 1987. There we are. So these were from actual photographs. And we've got a kind of bar scene, a bar brawl scene going on there. Let's see if there's anything worth showing you. These are all little tiny bits and pieces. Nothing amazing. More stuff from the old cassettes. It's probably about as decent as I can. There's a load of other stuff here, but those are probably the best pieces, to be fair. Some airbrush stuff as well, and some other bits and pieces. But you know, that gives you a little bit of a feel of it, doesn't it? It's I was kind of really into it when I was younger, and could have gone in that direction, I suppose. But I kind of got a mental block, and I stopped doing it from about 19, and I didn't do anything more. And even now, I can count the amount of work anything that I've done on one hand over the last 20 odd years. So it's kind of it's just there to kind of remind me that I did have that skill once, and you know, I really should. I say it every year. I say, oh, you know, I should really do it again, but I never do. I never pick it up, and it's a shame. It's a crying shame. Did it geek? What in terms of artwork, or in terms of something else? Did you have the same? Was it art that was your thing, or music? Yeah, art. There you go. Yeah, it's always there. I kind of feel like it's like a backup hobby. But yeah, I don't know. Some people, the thing that I find quite, I often see people, like my Uncle Johnny, for example. Remember him earlier, the Bob Ross guy? He was painting and doing stuff like all of his life, and yet I never felt he was ever that good. Bless him. He's still around, by the way. I'm talking as if he's dead. And I would look at it and think, oh, I could do so much better. But then I thought, yeah, but he's doing it. He's pushing. He's trying to learn his craft, and you know, I've wasted mine. I've kind of thrown it away. So I'd like to get back into doing it, truthfully. So what did you guys think? Any good? Did you find that interesting? I'll definitely. No, it's my pleasure, Crow. Thank you. If you know, I just the thought that I'd had was that I would try and do something live on the desk here. I'll probably have to set it up a bit better now. I thought I'd have a load of room, but I couldn't. It wasn't very big. And maybe grab an easel or something. I don't know. To see how it goes. It's either going to be spectacularly awful, and I'm going to regret it forever, and it'll push the innate skill further back, or it's going to be something. Hey, it already existed, you my friend. We should have an art love-in, shouldn't we? We should choose a day where we all share our art, and we'll grab a pad and a pencil, and I'll put something up. I'll put up an image. I'll find a nice image with maybe some nice high contrast or something, and we'll all draw and we'll paint it, and then we'll share our artwork. We'll put it all up online, and it'll be like our own little gallery. We'd be like our own little art club. It would be cool, wouldn't it, Perp? Thanks, my love. Rudix would love for my back wall to be all gaming art like that. Yeah, I think that may have inspired me to make a cool game background. Oh, cool. Nice one. David, I've always wanted to, but I've never been good at art. It's funny, you know, I was earlier on Twitter, somebody put on one of my different channels, sorry, one of my different accounts, and somebody said, what lesson was a complete waste of time at school? And someone had said, oh, it was art. I was never any good at it, and I wasted years. And I thought, well, no, the problem wasn't your skill; it was your teacher. Because I genuinely believe that with the right teaching and encouragement, we've all got it in us. You know, there are some that have an amazing ability to just reproduce photographically. But artists will say, why do that? It's just a technical skill. You can do that with a camera. You know, you need to be able to take that skill and turn it into something creative, something artistic, something poignant or satirical or whatever. So, yeah, I was going to reply and say, no, the problem wasn't your skill, it was your teacher. Because if you'd had a good art teacher, they would have encouraged you and found your inner artist. And when you do get the confidence to do stuff like that, and it's with you your entire life, there's nothing nicer, and all you guys in the chat that are able to paint or draw, you will agree with me, you know, there's nothing nicer when you're at a loose end than just picking up a piece of paper and a pencil and painting or drawing what's in your head or what you see. You know, the only thing that I would say probably is similar or maybe even eclipses it is music. Now, I can't play an instrument. I wish I could. I'm too lazy. But I'm fairly musical. And when I have played the keyboard, it just takes your brain somewhere else. And I envy anyone who is a really accomplished musician because it just puts your brain on a whole other planet. But that's creativity, isn't it? That's what we all need, that kind of stuff. And I think all of us have the capability to be artistic in one form or another. And it's maybe early in life people laughed at something that you did, or you just didn't get the encouragement from your teachers, and it's just been suppressed. But you know what? It's never, ever too late to learn. Yeah, Geek says, I was 10 times better than my high school art teacher. There you go, dude. I've got to be honest, I think I was as well. Although Mr. Cartwright, I remember him well. He was a nice guy. I did like him. And I think that makes a big difference. You know, I was... academically, I didn't do brilliantly at school. And I was never encouraged. It was quite odd because in English and art, I was usually the top of the class, but at maths, I was literally at the bottom. And my maths teacher had to take the English class once, and he said, oh, I think you're in the wrong class. I said, no, no. And he said, you know, it's clear when you're interested and passionate about something, you give it 1,000%. But if you're not, you just give it nothing. And that's true. But aren't we all like that a bit, truthfully? Already exists as my art teacher in high school was the best, but also really weird. Mr. Wisnowski, R.I.P., oh bless. It's the horrible thing about growing old, isn't it? And you hear that your favourite teachers have passed on, especially when you get to my age. I doubt there are many of them left. Geek to Sneak. I used to do all my assignments in the night before we had to... That's me. That was me. The night before we had to turn them in. That is absolutely me, my friend. I winged everything. I was absolutely terrible. Wow, we are kindred spirits. I actually don't... The reason is that I was waiting to become, you know, my true calling in life, being a director, so that I could just get people to delegate. I could just delegate everything off to everybody else. Already exists. I actually don't know if he's dead. Oh, right, you just thought you'd throw it in. He might be. You'd be awful now if you found out that he wasn't, but he kicked it tomorrow, wouldn't you? Crow, I love doing art and wanted to be an artist until I had an art teacher who didn't like me, gave me a D in art. That just upsets me. She saved me from being a starving artist. There is that way of looking at it. I haven't drawn anything since. Oh, mate. It's true, though, how I always say, you know, when you're at school, because, you know, as you get older, your perception of time shrinks. And I think I read somewhere once that it's because when you're young, you need to be so receptive to everything to learn that your brain actually slows down your perception of time so that you can absorb more information. As you get older, you're kind of kicking it and nobody cares. But the side effect of this is that when you're at school, when you think back the last 10 years, if you're in your 30s, for example, or older, the last 10 years seem like that, right? But when you're at school, 10 years is an absolute lifetime because of how you perceive time. So if you get a teacher that you don't get on with, or you're bullied, or, any number of things, and I've had all of those, then that 10 years, which is more like 30 years when you're that age, is living hell. And then you go through life having to carry that subconsciously and never doing the things that you could have done if you'd had the right encouragement. Crow, I switched my interest from art to computers and never looked back. Well, there you go. See, I blended the two. That was the thing with me. For me, and even to this day, the ability to create and use technology, that was the nirvana for me. And that's my career paths have always gone that way. I just love it. I just love mixing the whole two sides of the brain. I love it. I do a lot of problem solving in the business. I do. If I get called into a meeting, it's because there's a problem, and I typically come away with a solution. So that's great. So I get to exercise that part of my brain. But equally, I like the designs on the stuff we do just to get a pass through, so that I can just pass a critique. I don't get meddly with it, but I just like to give it a wash and say, I think we could do that and move that there and make that a bit more elaborate and so on. But no, it's good. It's good to be doing what you're doing and enjoying it. I think it's really important. And also, what's really cool about our community is the length and breadth and depth of skills. And, so many people that are into IT and technology, which I think is fascinating, actually. And I do wonder whether cloud gaming appeals a lot to us, because we kind of, in some ways, we kind of get, what's going on is pure magic. I mean, technically, it's pure magic. And I think we appreciate that for that fact, versus people that maybe just think, how can it be any good? It's can't get my head around that. Functionally, it can't be any good, can it? Look at it. Technically, it's got to come from there and do this and go up a pipe and stuff. But it is just stunning. Just absolutely stunning. So there you go, folks. There was a little bit of a surprise at the end of that stream, wasn't it? Apologies for the stream itself. I do feel like I didn't give the game any great showing. But I am going to go and try that again, and especially if it's true that you can give it another go. I think the thing to do with that one is get those numbers and stuff, note them down. I don't think it's cheating, and just thinking, the highlights with I just remember it said if in the hard edition you don't have any of the objects are highlighted. And I was thinking, I don't remember them being highlighted, but they were. They had like a little triangle pointing at them, didn't they? As opposed to just pulsating and stuff. But also, I really love doing this whole kind of Q&A stuff with you guys. Thank you, David. I appreciate that, my friend. I love it when you guys have got stuff you want to ask me. I'm one of those folks that I won't ever force my world on anybody. This is our shared world here, what we do here with gaming and stuff. And I'm actually really interested in you guys. That's the thing that fascinates me. I'm one of those people that if I go to business networking and they say, tell me about yourself, what they're really saying is, can I tell you about myself? So I just let people talk. And I find that more interesting than blabbering on about me and what I do. So I love to hear what you guys are up to in your worlds and the different countries that you're in, and what it's like in those countries, and what your fears and your ambitions are. And, it's lovely. It's great to share that stuff. A little different take from your Uncle Rock. These trials, man, 120 plus. Stunning. Stunning, I reckon. I was just thinking to myself how many of these games I've played. Where's the trial thing? Here we go. Stadia Pro Games. Trials. Here they are. Well, all the ones with a green box I've definitely played. Of course, this is Ubisoft Plus. It's never been a pro game, hence why it says in library, the old Valhalla. Actually, yeah, I wanted to have a look at Valhalla and see what this new DLC looks like. That went live t'other day. So yes, tomorrow, David, I am off to Alton Towers, up to the theme park of Alton Towers. So look out for someone. I'm kind of following in Ray's footsteps. Ray's up at Legoland in San Diego. Only it does look flipping stunning, and I'm off up to Alton Towers, which is not Legoland, but it is a theme park. Yeah, it is. It is a roguelike crow, and that isn't something that normally tickles my trout, I'll be honest with you. But I thought I'd have a quick look, and I also think that there is some other content as well as that. So, oops. So it's always worth having a little look, isn't it? Oh, look, already exists to send a tweet. Oh, let me have a look. With some artwork. Let me have a little look, my friend. On my phone. Exciting. Where is it? Was it a DM? I can't see. Oh, here we go. Oh, Instagram. Nice. Oops, hang on. I haven't got Instagram. It's got to reload again. Sorry about this, my friend. It's I'm white screening at the moment while it's installing Instagram. Assassin's Creed. Let's have a look. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see it. It's good, David. I think I've been to all the major theme parks now in the UK. Not much of a theme park boy. Oh yeah, I like that. Nice. Not now. I don't want the app. So did this for a friend who asked me to do this a long time ago. I completely forgot about it. Oh, go away, Instagram. Keeps telling me to log in. It's based off his Twitch handle, Sniper Kings. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Gusogo13, which is a mix of. Turn it that way. Oh, it's gone again. Flip me. Yeah, like it, dude. So, would you say your style is graphic mode? Hang on. To apply graphic mode from your profile, you need to restart the game. Otherwise, game, good English, will keep currently active one. What? You will also be able to change graphic mode in options later. Do you want to restart the game? This is new. I haven't seen this before. All right, we'll restart the game then. This is interesting. I'm just trying to think if they had multiple modes before on Stadia. When I've played it in a number of places because obviously it's Ubisoft Plus, so GeForce Now, straight PC, obviously Stadia mostly, I think, but I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Rudig's big question: when you play Valhalla, what difficulty you play at? So I don't need to challenge myself on any game. And the world has so many games to play that I don't need to spend an inordinate amount of time in any game. So I typically go with not necessarily the easiest mode, but if there's only two, I'll go with the easier one. If there's casual, easy, I'll go with easy and not casual. But it tends to be fairly easy. That said, with Valhalla, I've completed it and all of the DLCs. I can show you, I think, if I mouse over here, you can see there 193 hours and 30 minutes, give or take. So I don't really think it matters what level you play the game at, because there is so much to do, quite honestly. that you're not going to cheat yourself out. There's the new game mode. The new activities become available. Find Everold, whoever that is, at his workshop in Ravensthorpe to explore a new world. But have a look at that. So let's have a look at the options. I don't even remember there being an easy option. It probably was, though. Oh, I tell you what. It's not so much that there's an easy mode. It's that you can modify your aim. What's it called? It'll come to me in a second. Sorry. You know, where it clicks into the character. Aim assist. There you go. So I've gone with full aim assist. And all of these things, like guaranteed assassination, is off. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I just went for full aim assist. It still can miss, but it makes it a heck of a lot easier. So we have high frame rate, graphic mode, or quality. And in high frame rate, you're going to get with Stadia, I think you get your 60 frames per second, and quality is going to be 30, but at 4K, I think I'd go with the 60. When I play this on GFN or PC, it tends to be 4K 120, which is ridiculous. But the 60 and I think it's like 1440 is absolutely perfect. So that's not a problem. So let's continue, and we'll go and find this dude that's got this new mode to play. But yeah, I typically try do games at the easier end, because I've got so many games, and I'm also a big fan of completing a game as well. I'm not like a magpie where I take a little bite out of a game and then move on to the next one. So I like to, if I'm really into a game, so at the moment I'm playing Valiant Hearts during the day. I haven't actually streamed it at all. Excuse me, but I'm playing Valiant Hearts and nearly completed, really enjoying it as well. So yeah, if I pick up a game and I'm really into it, then I will complete it. So, and I just want to kind of move on to the next experience, I suppose. So where's this dude that said? But yeah, there isn't a specific easy mode. It's just how you tweak the settings to make it a little bit easier for you if you want to. Go and see somebody in the somewhere. Let's get the bird up and see. Sometimes it's highlighted. It could be. That's the Young's Viking Hall. So we did I paid for a DNA thing recently. You know, to see what your sort of origins are, your ancestry, and having done that, I discovered that we've got about 14% from the Viking period, from the sort of Norwegian area, which was was amazing actually to find that out, because I knew we've got on my maternal grandparents on my father's side, so my grandmother's side, they were all Eastern Europeans. They came across, I say they, it was one and his wife, came across to London at the time of Jack the Ripper, and they actually lived in Whitechapel, where the Ripper murders took place at that time, which I think is a fascinating fact. And they escaped, essentially. They were persecuted Jews, and they were being persecuted by Russians and stuff. Nothing changes, does it? On my mother's side, I think they came from Ireland originally, or certainly down through Wales. But it was really quite interesting to do, and to see that there was a big chunk from the land of the Vikings in there. So, Rudix, after seeing Rock Stuff, I may do a grime fan art, but I got exams next week. Oh, good luck, my friend. I graduate after I finish. What are you? What is it that you've been studying? That's my daughter graduated a couple of weeks back. She got a first class honours degree in archaeology. Super proud. So yeah, good luck with that. Excuse me. I, on the other hand, left school and went to work. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Hello. Oh, she's Edith. Ah, you're Edith. She's not got what we need for this thing. No, let's not go to the Isle of Skye.
Not right now.
Yeah, good luck. Gaming's good though. I think it's good to get the balance, isn't it? Because it, particularly Destiny, just chills you right out. Actually, it doesn't. It gives me heart palpitations. I get like really tense playing Destiny. I don't know why. I mean, not tense as in, oh, I need to pop a pill, but just physically find myself sort of really clenching the controller and stuff. Bizarro. Where's this? I can go back to my menu. What did it say up here? Find Everold at his workshop. All right, let's have another look. Quests. Home Inspector. Ah, my newest independent business venture. Fantastic. Being an architect out of grade school, the home inspection stuff is super easy. You didn't want to continue in architecture then? That's something I always fancied. See, again, kind of just before the big dawn of computers, that to me was a great way to mix the creativity with the other side of the brain. No, it's not showing up on here, I don't think. Speak with Everold or whatever he was called. I've already forgotten his flicking name. Let's get back up with that crow. Let's see if we can find where this individual is. That's the actual place. 5 years wasn't a good work-life balance. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, but having said that, being in business can also bring its own challenges, as I'm sure you know. As you say, it's your newest independent business venture, implying that it's not your first. I've been in business for myself now for 30 odd years, I think. Oh, this looks like a likely place. Exchange your energies. Nope, it's not that one. Yeah, and I'm sure I've got PTSD. Actually, talking of PTSD, playing Valiant Hearts has been interesting. I mentioned this when I was on Purple Haze's show, which was brilliant. I really enjoyed my time on that show. But I was saying how my granddad, on my dad's side, had been gassed at Ypres. And we used the British soldiers, they used to call it wipers because it's spelled YPRES, and but that's featured in the game, so that was really quite interesting. And there's a great part. There's like a wiki in the game, so you can play the game, and it's a kind of platformish type game with some little puzzles and things. But there's a wiki, and each area that you go to has like 2 or 3 facts with photos and stuff, and that's really good. Interesting. What isn't interesting is me wandering around again aimlessly when I'm just supposed to be finding this dude. Destiny grind is real. Yeah, it is. I didn't think you played Destiny, David. Need to figure out this new engram system to start building my champ, but it's so confusing. Do you mean the whatchamacallit, Armour 2.0. Tomorrow Purple is in the few. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, superb. I will watch that. She pre-records it, doesn't she? I can't remember. I think ours was pre-recorded, but that might just have been because from my point of view, obviously time, it would have been really, really late. And being an old fella, I've got to get my sleep in. Talking of which, I just remember I'm driving tomorrow at 7. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it was. I think normally it goes out live, doesn't it? I think that's what's going on there. Do, running around, getting whacked on Scooby Snacks. Where's this shop that I'm supposed to freaking freak? There is the only shop I'm aware of is this one, I think. this is Tarban. No, he's not our dude. We'll leave him.
Apologies, but I must go. I only wanted to say a quick greeting.
Let me quickly Google this, because we're going to get nowhere fast, aren't we? Find Everold at his workshop. So maybe it's a new character, which might be why I didn't recognise him, or the name at least. The Rock Interview Part 2. Which one was that? Which Part 2? Everold. Ravensthorpe. It's funny, I've done a few interviews, and I've got so much stuff that I've done in my life, and yet they usually revolve around when did you first start gaming, what was your favourite game, what do you play. It's like, oh, you've missed so much juicy information. How to start the Forgotten Saga. Here we go, let's get this underway. Niflheim. We have to go to Niflheim, do we? They said Ravensthorpe, didn't they? Niflheim is a brand new mini-world available in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It was added with update 1.6.0 on August the 2nd, which I think was yesterday. This new story arc is available for free. There you go, anyone can play this. And not just the name of the new story arc, the whole new region is a new experience. And each time you're defeated, here we go. So, but there's a twist. And each time you're defeated, you will lose your current gear, but gain new currency, right? Special new perks, new abilities and gear that you can tweak and modify to serve you better on your next playthrough. That's interesting. That could work quite well, couldn't it? Was there meant to be a second one? I thought there was only ever the one. I only ever did one. More on that later. Now let's focus on how to actually get started. To be able to play the new game mode, you'll first have to qualify. The most basic requirement is to own the game. Duh. You don't need any of the expansions, okay. You will need to reach England, yeah, advance. We've done all this. There are no power level requirements to enter and play. You will not be able to rely on the traditional gear that you've got anyway and your skills. In Niflheim, you will be given new gear and abilities to choose from and earn as you play. Get the plants Valka has asked you to pick up for her and help her make the potion. But how do I get in there? It doesn't actually tell you. The fibbers. Oh, head to the eastern... Right, it's right at the end of the article. Head to the eastern part of Ravensthorpe, where the festival grounds are. Yep. And look for a new NPC. So there was a new one. He's waiting for you to start a short cinematic cutscene. We might just have enough time to do that then, because I just remembered I've got to get up really early tomorrow, and my wife's going to be... What? She bless her, she will not come in and interrupt me if I'm streaming, and I promise you, I've not trained her. Dear bless her. And even if the house was on fire, she'd still let me get on with it. And so what happens is I go in and she said, you do realise what the time is? So you have to watch out for that. All right, so up here was where the festivities used to be, which is what I think it's referring to. Could actually even be here, to be honest. What's in here? It's a big old room. Do you know, this actually looks better on your screen than it does mine. I think my monitor's in dire need of calibrating. Let's get the bird up again. Is there somebody up here? Can't be that one. That one, I'm sure that one is the French place. I'm 90% certain that this is where they hold their little events. That's the ship. I would happily go back if Purple felt that she wanted to. To be fair, she's got so many great people to interview. I mean, look who's going to be on there tomorrow. And she gets devs in, and I mean all sorts of stuff. So She doesn't want to do me again, mate. Not for several years. Maybe on my deathbed. Well, none of these are going to talk to me, so it can't be them. What about you? You look like you might have a chat. No? Just starting this darn thing is a challenge. I think I went in there. That's France. What about you? No? 193 hours. Wow. Oh, it's got to be the guy, surely. That's flipping Pierre. No, I don't want to go to France. I want to go to Niflheim. Oh, a new NPC. This is east. We definitely went to the right part of the... Let's go up on the top here in case he's up here somewhere. Do. Have a looky. The old bird tends to see everything, so maybe just around the corner. Just around the river bend. No. Okay, I'll have a quick look in that place. It's an interesting conversation yesterday, and today, in fact, with somebody else, that kind of makes me feel like there may be something really interesting coming over the next few days for Stadia, over the next week. I just feel it in my bones. See, this place to me looks new. I don't remember this, but there's nobody here. Sometimes you have to wait or... Armory. Actually, the armory is new to me, but it isn't what we're looking for. There we go, we built a little building instead of a tent. Yippee! But that is not. This is a good place to come for loadouts, and I think you store your loadouts here. So these have now become available. There we go, loadouts. The loadouts allow you to create custom equipment ability sets. So actually, believe it or not, a new thing for Valhalla, at least newish. So there's loadout 1, and then you can cycle them. That's actually pretty useful because some of these builds are quite situational, but I haven't unlocked it until then. Still haven't found this flipping dude. It's not you because you're the raider. No, we don't want to raid. The home area has always confused me in Valhalla. The buildings are all over the place, over a big old footprint. Yeah, that's true. It is hard to keep track, especially when you're trying to build it up. I've completed mine now, but they keep adding new things, like that looks newish up there. Let's try that. Like this. This, not that, but the... actually, this grassy looking thing as well looks quite new. I did try here, didn't I? Nobody wanted to talk to us. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. Hello? Hello? You need to get a brush out, my friend. You've got cobwebs in the corner there. Dagnabbit. Where was I headed? Oh yeah, I was going to have a look at that place up there. I've been to all these. I think this was old Pierre, wasn't it? The French fella. We don't want to go to France. I don't know. It's caught me out. A new activity. Find Everald at his workshop. I can't even find his workshop. That's the armory. Oh, Odyssey's great. Do you know what? Funny enough, I still need to finish it, David. I've done the main campaign, but I've still got a couple of DLCs to finish off. But I love Odyssey. I really enjoyed Origins as well. The one just before there. That was absolutely superb. It was only really from Origins onwards that I got into Assassin's Creed. It just really didn't float my dinghy before then. Well, I'm going to have to give up. I can't find this dude. Oh, hang on a minute. He's not hiding behind the barrels, is he, or something? Ah, there he is. Oh, look at that, look. There's the fella in his workshop. Oh, I love them. I really do. I love Ubisoft. Fun fact, I've made beer with original creator of Assassin's Creed. No way, you made beer. Wow. That is a fun fact. That is amazing. Because, of course, French company, and it was natural for them to go to Eastern Canada to be able to manage the American operation. But that's awesome. I would have.
Thanks for your feedback.
What? What was that? Where did that come from? What? I have no idea what that was. Did you hear that? I got a bit funny. We're haunted by the Andrews sisters from the Second World War. Wow, did you guys get that? That was spooky. Oh, it's because I said the Andrews sisters. They came through the speakers, the Andrews sisters. Wow, I'm not going to lie, that shook me up. Let's turn this light off because it's getting on my wick. There we go, that's better. That's much better. I don't know what it was. You heard it as well. It was it was literally like, do you know the Andrews sisters, right? They were three sisters and they sang beautiful harmonies on songs, famous songs, during, well, sort of 1940s onwards. And no sooner had I said that, but there was literally like the ghost of the Andrews sisters. Oh my God. Wow. I have no idea what that was about. I genuinely haven't. I don't know what it was, mate. It spooked me right out. The Andrews sisters, and then there was the harmony. I've got to play that back. I haven't watched any of this cutscene, but that's me, to be fair. I tend to usually just skip through them. Take care, my friend. I've got to go as well, to be fair. I'm just going to get through this cutscene, and then I think I'm going to wind down, get ready for beddy. But thank you for joining, and most importantly, thank you for joining Team Rock. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm really looking forward to seeing your interview as well with Perp, as I call her, and that will be something to behold, I'm sure. Oh, look at that! Look, we've even got artwork here. Here we go. We've even got this nice piece of artwork that Avor's showing us. I would say that's a nice way to conclude, isn't it? Don't you think? Right, let's end it there. We've got to the point where I can pick it up. That's cool. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that was AC1. Was it? Was that AC1? Ah, wow. I love all those little Easter eggs. That's cool. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate your time. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag, hasn't it? We had my disastrous play of Outbreak, and then we had a look at some artwork and a good old chit chat, and then finally we've had a look at me running around, at least showing you now where you need to go to start the new to start the new DLC. So there you go. We've had some advantages, and I will, as I say, I'm going to be off for a couple of days. So I might even do an impromptu vlog from vlog, whatever they call them, VOD, from the top of a roller coaster. Now that would be something to behold, wouldn't it? Appreciate it, David. Thank you so much, my friend, and everybody that's popped in tonight as well. It's been really cool to see so many folk and enjoying it. I will see you guys at the weekend, and I must get another old game and new trick sorted so I can do some more giveaways. I plan on doing giveaways for most of those shows, so you guys can win some stuff as well. Take care. Take care already exist. Really appreciate you popping in, and the Outbreak, and for showing me yours as well. That was awesome. Geek, see you later, my friend, and I will. I'm going to send you photos and stuff because it's what we do, isn't it? And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care. Rock out.